training video, I explain how to write emails that are clear and easy to understand. Write your email providing information so the reader cannot possibly misunderstand. In this example, Jessica is writing an email to Larry, Tom, Susan, Bree, and Sandra, asking them for their thoughts on developing a company websites. She starts with a cordial opening. She lists their names, since there are few names. When you can, list the names rather than write team or everyone. She gives them some praise. To build teams and partnerships, encourage, give thanks, and give praise when you can. She encourages their cooperation and response by letting them know that their advice will be valuable. She then explains why they're receiving this email now and the contents of the email. Always write the reason the reader is receiving the email and the contents of the email at the beginnings of your emails. It might be because you're asking for what you explain in the email, or it could be that you're responding to that person's request with what follows in the email. State the most important idea or action near the beginning. In the example, it is call me or send me an email by tomorrow afternoon with your thoughts. Most business writers put the action the reader must perform at the end of the email. It should be there, but it should also be at the beginning. Some readers never get to the end of the email, and many readers will skim the beginning to see what the email is all about, then set it aside after they've decided how important it is and when to respond to it. Decide what the sections of the email are. In most emails, you will explain one main idea, but you might have two main ideas in an email. Write each main idea as a block in the email. Set off the blocks by skipping a blank line before and after each, and using headings so the reader can follow your points easily. Open each section block using the key term that tells the reader what's in the block. In the example, the first key term is opinions on our website. That is the name for the block. The writer will write only what pertains to opinions on our website in that block. When a new key term appears, the writer breaks for the new section with a blank line and opens it. In the example, the new key term is emphasis on recruiting. The writer breaks for the emphasis on recruiting block with a blank line and starts with second so that the change is clear for the reader. Mark the blocks in your emails to make them clear for the reader. Put a blank line between those blocks to make paragraphs. Paragraphs are great ways to keep ideas straight. They're like compartments in a silverware drawer that keep knives in one area and spoons in another and so forth. Keep paragraphs short, averaging around 7 lines or fewer. Count lines rather than sentences because sentences can be of varying lengths. Organize the blocks so that they present the information clearly. Decide what the reader needs to consider first and put that into place. Add the rest of the points in an appropriate order. Break out all lists with bullets or numbers. Don't leave lists in paragraphs. The old way of writing business documents kept lists in paragraphs. That made them dense and difficult to follow. Break out all lists unless they're too short or unimportant to have their own lists. Use ordinals such as first, second, and so on, if you're not using numbers. They help the reader stay on track and let the reader know when your subject changes. At the end, restate the important points or actions. In the example, the writer ends with call me or send me an email by tomorrow afternoon with your thoughts. That action statement was at the beginning as well. End cordially. You help to build teams and partnerships with a few kind words in the opening and conclusion of the email. Always include your contact information, even though it may be somewhere else in the email or you know the person well. It just saves everybody time. Follow the guidelines I've explained to you so your emails are clear, organized, and the readers can follow your messages easily.